Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Maddie. I post new Sims content every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And today we are going to be filling up Newcrest. Not the whole Newcrest, but I did want to do just a little mini speed build for you guys. Unfortunately, I was supposed to be showing you guys this build. However, got finished building it and then noticed that my screen record just stopped working all of a sudden. I don't know what happened there, but I'm just gonna show you guys basically what it ended up looking like, and then the next house is actually gonna be a full speed build so you guys can see everything that I did to it. But yeah, I was sorely upset about this because I was like, dang, I really put a whole lot of work into this and it's gone. It's essentially gone. So I literally have like the first maybe 15 minutes of this build, and where I actually start putting like furniture into, you know, the first room and stuff like that. But after that, I have no recording of this build, and I was so upset, y'all. But it's okay, because the second build that you guys see, I think, is like 10 times better than this one. I implemented this house next to it from the gallery. So, you know, like in neighborhoods, houses kind of look similar. They kind of have the same architecture style. So I wanted to keep the houses similar, essentially. So I was just keeping that as a reference and then building this second house next to it to fill up the neighborhood. So I am going to just speed through this so you guys can kind of see how I built the exterior of it. And then I'll show you guys the finished product since I don't have the actual build. And then we are going to get into the actual build of the other house in Newcrest, and I'll show you guys my my Newcrest map as well, so you guys can see exactly what we're doing here and try and see if we can get this done, shall we? All right, if you guys like content like this, please leave me a thumbs up and subscribe, as once again I try to post 3 times a week, as well as if you have any suggestions, leave it down below in the comment section. I would love to hear your suggestions. And yeah, so my thoughts for this house, I figured it would be like a single family home, 3 people max when I say single family home, so 2 adults, 1 child, or just 2 adults period. And yeah, so basically this is a 1-bedroom house, 1 bath, which, you know, is not actually real, but it technically has 2 bedrooms because I make a finished room over the garage, and, you know, turn that into like a makeshift office / bedroom, so in case, you know, they have people over or whatever the case may be, there is still, you know, a place for them to sleep and, you know, chill out and have their own little area. So that's what I kind of had in mind for this. It's not a huge space, so I wanted to make sure that I was able to incorporate all I wanted to incorporate into this house. And, you know, I'm not the best, you know, Simmers architect here or whatnot. My builds have gotten significantly better over time as I continue to build stuff. So I'm honestly very happy with this product, but not as happy as I am for the second build that you guys are going to see, the actual full build of it. Honestly, I am blown away by what I've done with it, so hopefully you guys like it too. But this house is really cool. This is my first time making something like this, something as, I don't want to call it abstract, but honestly, it feels abstract to me. Like, it feels like I did something great. But when I'm building, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to switch around the layout probably like 5-10 different times up until I feel like it feels right. So as you can see, I changed where the bathroom was going to be, because then I realized it's not going to be a half bath, it's got to be a full bath, because this is only going to have 1 bathroom in this house, because there's just not a whole lot of space unless I made a second floor, which I really didn't want to, because of the fact I wanted it to look like or look similar to the house next to it. So the most I did was create that finished room over the garage, which most houses have. So I just felt like it was kind of a win-win, because I wanted it to look realistic. The other builds I've put up on my page or my channel, I feel like they've been a little bit more modernized, like, you know, what affluent people would live in, if that makes sense. So I really wanted to make something that looks regular, that looks like a regular suburban home that you would see, you know, out on the street. And that was kind of my goal here for this build. So hopefully that came across pretty well. But we'll see. And if you guys watched an apartment complex build, if you guys watched that video, I use what I call a little hack to help me when I'm building, because sometimes my creativity is just running dry for whatever reason, and I'll use a room that's already, you know, put together or whatnot, and kind of just plop it into the house, and then I will go in and edit it the way I want to. So happy to say I was fully creative in this moment and didn't need to implement any already built rooms. So I'm very happy about this. I do think I could have went a little harder on this home, but I am liking the fact that it is 100% my creativity. So I just let it do its thing, and yeah, I just kind of put stuff places and kept it rolling. But unfortunately, when I got started on the garage is when my screen record went out. So here's the finished product of this house. I did go back in and do a few tweaks to the roof and stuff like that to what I felt like looked okay. Because obviously once you do the 360 around the house, sometimes you're noticing, that's not really looking too good, or I need to push this back, or whatever the case may be. So I did, do a few little cleanups on the house. But this is the finished result of it. I'm honestly so proud of myself. Like I said, this is my first time building something like this. So yeah, I am amazed at what I built here. And it only took me about 3 hours. So I'm honestly astonished about how fast I put it up. So like I said, the finished room over the garage is a makeshift office plus a second bedroom in case they have a child and or have some visitors. Like I said, I didn't want to go over the top with this build because I wanted it to be like a regular family home. So I didn't put all the extra stuff in there. And then when it came to the garage, I made the garage half garage and then half laundry room. So laundry would get done out there in the garage. And honestly, the living room is probably my favorite part of this home. I'm not quite sure why. I think it's the zebra rug, but the living room is my favorite part for sure. So this is the final look of the 1-bedroom, 1-bath house with the finished room over the garage. So yeah, I hope you guys like that. And just to show you guys on the Newcrest map where that house is, it's literally all the way in the corner over there in that back lot. So we're busy filling up this world here, but we are going to get into our second build that is fully speed build for you guys. So if you guys hang on to your hats, we are going to get right on into it. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe if you guys have made it this far. And so before jumping into this build, I did want to let you guys know I did use this house as a reference for the house that I am going to make, specifically just for the garages. I just like how the garages looked, so that's what I really took from that house. But yeah, we are going to get right on into it and speed through this bad boy. I don't know if you guys are a lot like me or what the case is, but I'll have you know, I used to hate building stuff on The Sims. I used to hate it, loathed building. I'm not gonna lie, because I felt like it was too intricate. I felt like it was just too much to do, and it took too long. I don't know, I just felt like it was so much. But now that I'm actually getting into building more stuff, I actually love building stuff. It's crazy. I have a love for building stuff now. And honestly, I'm gonna skip through this roof part because this first part I got right. It looks good. But the second part of the roof, it literally took me up until I finished the house to actually get it completely, seamless to look how I want it to look. So we're just gonna bypass this roof part up until the end. But the third part of the roof actually looked really good. It was a little too high at the finish of it, so I did bring it down. It was sky high for no reason. But anyway, I did bring it down so it's not, so tall and pointed. But I am working through it, girl. Y'all see, I'm working through it. And honestly, the best advice I have for when playing The Sims, and you get in a rut and you're like, oh, I don't really know what to do with my Sims or whatever the case may be, go build something. Just be creative and build a store or build a house or build a movie theater. Just go and build something, because I promise after you build something, you're going to feel a lot better. And then you're probably going to be like, oh, okay, well then maybe I'll move my Sim into this house and you'll start getting ideas, or maybe I can go visit the store that I just built with my Sim, and it'll open doors of creativity. But as I'm building this house, I made a mudroom outside of inside of the garage technically, but on the other side of the garage, so that way that'll be the laundry room / the shoe fall area, so everybody will kick their shoes off when they got home out of the garage, whatever the case may be. Trying to make it look as realistic as possible. And then of course you just got your regular stuff that be hanging around, so mops, brooms, things of that nature. I did want it to look realistic as possible, so that's what I'm trying to do here. I actually spent more time on this mudroom than I had intended to, but it's okay because it came out how I wanted to in the end. So all's fair in building and building. And honestly, my favorite part of building houses now is just making them look as realistic as possible. So if I was to walk down the street in my neighborhood, I'd be like, okay, yeah, the house in The Sims that I just built resembles what I see out in, everyday life, whatever the case may be. So I kind of pride myself on trying to do more realistic builds than, kind of things that we don't really see. But I'm going to be quiet now and let you guys just enjoy the build. If this inspired you in some way, please let me know down in the comments. If you like it, let me know with a like. And if you want to continue seeing more content like this, then go ahead and let me know with a subscribe. Once again, I do appreciate y'all, and I hope you enjoyed the build. So guys, this build is coming to a close. We are just about like 98% finished with this build. I just wanted to go through and show you guys the interior of the house. Obviously, I know like the sped up build is kind of hard to follow sometimes, especially when I'm like putting stuff in, taking stuff out, and you know, trying to rearrange, because sometimes my ideas don't work out like how I thought they would. So kind of have to play around with it and do all that type of stuff. But this is the master bedroom, obviously, because it has that walk-on bathroom and a walk-in closet. And so then you have a guest room and a room for a child. Obviously the guest room can be turned into, you know, a room for a young adult or teenager, whatever the case may be. But it's a 3-bedroom house, 2.5 bath. And so yeah, that is what I have come out with on the second floor. I don't know why I put an extra light in this bedroom, because it's really not needed, but I did it anyway because I felt like it. Anywho, we are going down to the first floor now so we can check it out in all of its gloriousness. So I did put in a pantry in this house, which this is my first time putting a pantry in a house ever. So I'm honestly really happy about that. I got it stocked up to the max. And yeah, honestly, I'm so proud of the kitchen. I don't even care about the rest of the house. I'm just proud of this pantry, because usually I don't even think about putting in a pantry in a house when I build it. So very happy about that. And I don't think about putting in a mudroom either, nor a garage, just because they're not functional items in The Sims, but it does make the house look more realistic and gives that realism vibe. So I am honestly enamored with this build. Now here's where I'm trying to fix the roof up, because I was like, I don't know why it's not being seamless, because I went to go try to take pictures and I was like, ugh, I can definitely see where it's not seamless. So I was trying to figure it out, and I was just like, you know what? I don't know why I made something so simple so hard. All I had to do was copy one side, flip it around, and put it next to the, like, literally that's all I had to do. But I just made it so much harder than what it needed to be. So don't be like me. Just copy, flip it around, and paste it where you need it. Because what was really getting me was like the lines, everything was matching up. But then when I went into live mode and tried to take pictures, I was like, the roof is not like closed all the way. Like one part is a little taller than the other, and I was just like, I don't know why. And honestly, I was gonna leave it like this, not 100% like this. Like I was gonna push it back and just have like it having to do it like a little V at the top, because I was like, I really don't know how to fix this. I don't know what the problem is. But fact is, I really just made it way too hard. Like I was gonna leave it like that. I was like, yeah, that's actually kind of cool. I don't mind it. But then I was like, no, that's not. Nobody's roof looks like that. So I'm busy trying to fix it because, you know. And when I tell y'all were like this close to getting this roof, because I was so fed up. Y'all were this close to seeing this roof like as the finished product, but I was just like, no, I cannot do this. I cannot not figure out how to get this roof to be symmetrical like I did the rest of the house. Like I don't understand. So y'all, anyway, I finally got it together. Look, I was like, look, I'm finna show y'all what I done did, bump the roof. But I finally got it together, so don't panic, don't worry, because it looks good in the end. But I'm about to show you guys the finished result. So here's me finally getting the roof symmetrical, i.e. lining up from top to bottom, from left to right. Everything looks seamless for this roof. Now, this roof had to come down because it was just way too tall, like way too tall. It just looked stupid. So yeah, I took it down and now it looks more normal. Yay! It's giving realistic now. But here is the final result of this house. I really do think it's very beautiful. I'm honestly very proud of myself. And you should be very proud of yourself when you build stuff, because honestly, this stuff is not easy. It's not for the faint of heart, okay? It took me a while to get to this caliber of building. And even then, I still have some work to do. So don't feel bad or pressured or anything like that, because we all is learning, baby, okay? So don't be discouraged. I highly encourage anyone who has not built, or just maybe has only built like small things and not really taking the time to actually learn how to really build and get all out of building in The Sims. I highly encourage you to do it, because you get masterpieces like these. While it may not be perfect, I am super proud of it.